All right, I'm gonna start with the Allosaurus for Chris Kastner. Allosaurus and Son. Here's the daddy, here's the son. You know what? I'm gonna try a different color scheme. I'm gonna start with a light green underbelly and work my way up. I love these Copic markers. They're my favorite thing. I can use them like paint. You can go back and forth with it. I think it's one of the best mediums. They come with refills and stuff. There's too many colors, but all the colors come in handy to blend and mix and match. It's a nice clean medium too. And then the final touch, I go in with my gouache and kids watercolors, and it gives it the finishing touches. But the Allosaurus is one of my favorites. It's changed through the years. It didn't have this little appendage on the nose. I don't know where that came from. I don't know how they found that, but I guess the paleontologists are discovering things all the time. So I'm not gonna fight it. I remember my old dinosaur sets, and the Allosaurus didn't quite look like this with these little, appendages on the face. I don't know how they survived and how they fossilized, but who am I? I know nothing. I'm not a paleontologist. So I'm picking a second color, and I'll do a little slight blend, and I'll just, instead of being solid, I'll dab it on there to just give it some texture, and I'll take it to the top like the other one. I'm leaving this because I'm going to make the eye sockets slightly different. But yeah, see, I'm just bringing some color in. It's going to go from the green to a tan brown. And this is good. I like this because you can make little scales. You can do the detail and work the detail in with the ink detail. I didn't want to draw every scale with the ink.
Are you recording?
I'm going to throw a medium green in here. The markers dry quite a bit lighter and paler, which is good because it helps blend. I'll go back and highlight it later, but this is fun. So yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this green on first as a transition color. Then I'll go back in with that color. But you can see, you get a natural blend and you get used to it. I like keeping the lower jaw a lighter value. It's just my thing. Yeah, so I'm just working this down, and I can use a much lighter value of this marker, which is the magic of Copic markers, and blend out any hard lines that I don't like. It's really neat. There's a technique to it. Once you learn it, it's so exciting. Wow, see, I'm blending it in, and I'm using a little bit of a violet here to create some shadows. I think it's working out really good. Chris, I think you'll be happy. I'm happy. I always worry doing these things, but somehow they always come out okay. I don't know, maybe I've been doing it enough. I don't know. So here's the underpainting for the dinosaurs. I think it came out pretty good. I gave it a little bit of variation. I'll, punch up the highlights and stuff, and I'll do the background now. I hope you like it, Chris. Well, I'm gonna start on the background. I'm just gonna lay in the base tone of the trees, and I'll use, some cool colors to create the light and shadow. And my highlights, of course, I will be doing with my gouache, my Dr. Martin's white. And that's what I'm gonna do. So, yeah, I mean, this is how it starts. Yeah, I'm gonna lay in the ground. Make it not grassy, but sandy, dirt, rocks. Maybe I'll throw some stuff in it, but I'll just keep it, I'll just keep strokes, keep it nice and strokey. I love the markers, the Copic markers, because they're transparent. They dry lighter, so if you make a mistake, I'd rather it be lighter than darker. It's easier to correct and go over. But yeah, this is it. Anywhere where I went over, since it's white, I'll go back with white and clean it up really pretty. But yeah, this is it. The shadows are here, so I'll just go a little darker to just create some shadow. That's always nice. Just a little bit. If I'm overdoing this, I'm sure you don't mind. It's been a long time, so I want everyone to be happy. 7 years is a lot to make up for. I'm putting a very light green. I'll tone it down to set it off. I'm keeping it really pale, giving it a little bit of atmospheric haze. I'll put in some darker green shadows. And use some washes to tie it back into the background a little bit, to let it recede a little bit. We can see it here. It's 2 tips. I didn't get the brush tip. I kind of like the small nib. I can get in, and the dark line, the black ink is nice to see, but sometimes I like to lose the black line. See, now I can go in where the grass is. And you can be really free with it. You can always go back. I found out a way that if I'm using any media, I always figure out whatever mistake I make, I always figure out a way to correct it. So I'm not afraid of making mistakes. Because you know how to fix it, there's not a problem. So I teach that to young artists, not to be afraid. I hear artists throw stuff out. I never throw anything out. I used to if I couldn't fix it, but I tried really hard. Because I hate throwing out my artwork, because I put time into it, I don't like throwing it out. So I figured out how to fix the mistakes. Yeah, I'm going to take this blue-violet, and I'm going to throw a little bit of little shadow, and that'll help, you know, put it into the background. I'll even put it on the green, because that'll just cool it down. The warm comes forward, and cool goes to the background. So that's why I'm doing it. I want to keep things in the background. So that's what I learned. And the markers make it easy to do that. Oh, I forgot something here. But you can go back and forth and relayer it, and you know, you get used to this stuff. You know, this is going to be green, so I'll just throw some green in here. You know, it's a lot of fun. I'll go back in with the gouache. Take care of that. Yeah, here's the basic thing. I'm gonna do the cleanup now, and I'll throw some highlights on later. Maybe add a little more shadow wherever it needs it. But this is it. You get quicker the more you do it. It's my favorite thing in the world. Copic markers.